Sports betting brethren, hey, bring it up, and thanks for stopping by. My name is Boyd, I'm a sports betting market analyst with oddsjam.com. We teach you how to bet like a pro. Today's topic is alternative lines, derivatives. What are they, and why are they so valuable? I think as a new sports bettor, you're using the tools, you're using the oddsjam data-driven insights to make money. Getting involved in alternative lines or derivatives is really a really valuable avenue and strategy to go and to use on a consistent and daily basis. And I'm going to tell you why today, so let's take a look. So when I start off with struggling sports bettors or people just getting started in sports betting, and they finally come to the fact they need the help, they need the data, they need the market information, and are grasping the concept that it's market insights and data that's going to really make them profitable, you have to have the tools, guys. You have to have the tool of OddsJam to help you identify the positive EV plays in the markets, the alternative markets we're going to talk about today. And if you don't have OddsJam as a new user, get signed up. Get signed up. There's some basic packages. You can use promo code BOYD20, BOYD20. It's going to save you 20% off your first 2 months as you get going and getting accustomed to the tools. And I really recommend that you do that so you have the information and you can test things and you can use it. And you can use this tool on your own, at your own pace, at your own time. But if you don't have the tools, you're really stuck in the mud. So make sure you get that signed up, use that promo code, and let's get into alternative markets. Okay, guys, here we go into the alternative lines or derivatives, and we're here at the positive expected value page of OddsJam, and I wanted to find an example in here, and here we go. Total points is a good market and a good way to show you a good example of what I'm talking about. And here at OddsJam, you see the plus 126 at FanDuel is the bet of the play with a market width of 24. Again, this is a Stanford Utah college basketball game, and there's a 1.55% edge in this market. So what we'll do here is we're going to scroll down and show you that at this particular level, the plus 126 is the best price, the best odds in the market. And you can open it up and see Pinnacle, sharpest sportsbook in the world, has had some direction here of pricing to where they're actually going different directions and see some paths of how you see that market happening. But you can also open it up and view the event page, and this is really going to give us an idea of how this market works. All right, so again, we're here at the Stanford Utah total charts for this particular market, and again, we're looking at alternative or derivatives of the mainline bets. So right now, the main lines here, you can see the market's right about 156.5, 156. All the sports books are kind of lined up here at minus 110, minus 110, minus 110, kind of across the board. A few outliers here, minus 120 and a minus 105. Bookmaker is a very sharp sports book in basketball mainline bets, so it's one that we'd look at. And you can see here the prices for the various sports books in this scenario. As you scroll to the right, you get even more. Okay, and here's the OddsJam perfect line and the Pinnacle lines. Very, very good information to know. So what the suggestion was is the over at FanDuel of I believe 158.5. So you can scroll down here to the alt lines, the alternative lines of all the lines offered in this market. As you scroll, you can see all the different choices, sort of like options trading, sort of like you can buy in the money, out of the money. You can do calls, puts, meaning you can go under or over and things like that. So you can start to see how you're getting some pricing coming in here. Closer as you get to that mainline number of 156, 156.5, you start to see some books come in here and give their assessment, at the pricing that they would offer at those levels. You can see here on the over 152.5, FanDuel's also standing out. 152.5 best price, where the other places are minus 180, minus 190. The OddsJam perfect lines at a minus 149, so it's kind of in line with that. But you can see again, I think people don't know that they can place wagers at these various levels of the market. So here we are close to that mainline level, right? That 156.5. You can see that minus 110 across the board. And what it was saying is on the over, if you scroll a little further, we're going to stumble across this value play here at plus 126. And so the concept is if it's going to hit the over, what is it, 75, 80% of the games don't land on an exact number. So there's a really high chance of probability that it's not going to land on 156. And if it does, if it lands on one 3-point bucket away, you're hitting that over at plus 126 odds. Okay, and then even Pinnacle has plus 103 odds at this particular level. So they're saying, hey, it's about a coin flip, but you're going to get better pricing. That's what it's all about, is the value edge you're getting consistently. Even if you're not making the right bet as far as the win-lose situation, you're making the right bet as far as value. And that's what it really is going to do with the tools at OddsJam to help you understand, why you would take this bet at FanDuel at that price point of over 158.5. You're getting the best price in the market, and comparatively, you're beating what they're offering. You're beating the other books on what they're offering with the Circas, the Pinnacles, the books that are putting out their own odds and putting out their own lines, and they're kind of showing you their hand. They're saying, hey, here's where we'd be at this particular level. And again, if they're over 157 at minus 111, getting plus 126 for another 1.5 is a pretty good value. So that's what alternative markets are, is you're sort of placing your wagers in the money, out of the money, and plus or minus outside of the mainline level of bet. You can do that with point spreads as well. So certainly point spreads, if the line is say -3 and you take it at -4.5 or 5, you're going to get better odds and better payouts. So it doesn't just happen with totals. You can also do it with point spreads. So again, this is really the way to go. I mentioned point spreads. Here you go. -8.5 seems to be sort of the midline of the mainline market price. So again, if you go above or below that price, you're going to see some value and some value changes. You can see some odds changes. So certainly, if you're taking a better price on the favorite, you're going to have worse odds and be paid less. If you take higher odds on the underdog, and you say you're going to take this at say plus 11.5 or plus 12, you're going to get a different payout than you would if you're taking the -8, 8.5. And this is what you really want to look at. You get this minus 156 here with Pinnacle, and you can pick this up at minus 143 at Rivers at that plus 10.5 price. So you're taking a bet alternative or a derivative of the main line. That's what it's all about. So point spreads and totals, this goes hand in hand with all the games, all the markets, and this betting tool with OddsJam really outlines how to locate the best bet at the best price, at the best book, for the best situation. That's how you do it. Make money, rinse, repeat. All right, guys, there you go. There's the alternative or derivative lines and why there's so much value there. Again, because there's a really high percentage of times when the game doesn't end right at the number, right? I mean, occasionally you're going to have it land at that point. Everyone's like, wow, how do they do it? Well, in the meantime, 80% of the time it doesn't even come close. And so if you have pricing that's better, if you're going to cover, you're going to get a better price using those alt lines. And it's a really good place to shop and use the tools at OddsJam to identify and find those to incorporate. And you're going to be able to profit more by playing the same games at minus 110. So highly recommend those. Once you get signed up for OddsJam, let me know. Happy to walk you through kind of a one-on-one private call just to get you up and running and make sure you're going. If you have any questions, I'm here for you to help out. So when you get signed up at OddsJam with those tools, I'll walk you through more tips and strategies on how to identify different values at different sports, etc. So again, appreciate you stopping by. If you have any other content or questions you want me to cover here at Bet School, let me know down below. And as always, let's go make some mathematical money.